I grew up in East Los Angeles, California, born and raised. I just really fell in love with music as a kid. And my grandfather, mi abuelo, he had guitars in the basement just sitting there. He didn't use them. I asked him if I could have one. He said yes, and we had to restring it for a left-handed player. I was 12 years old. I was in the 7th grade when I started playing music. My cousin played guitar, so that was definitely inspired by him. He showed me the first couple chords. I remember as a kid, my uncle would take me on camping trips, and we'd go to the mountains, we'd go to the desert, we'd go to Mexico, and he would bring his case of CDs. And I remember one definitely stood out, and it was this guitar player named Paco de Lucia, which is one of the best flamenco guitar players ever. He would just play different types of music, and he played it, so it was really inspiring. As a kid, I was like, this is really, really cool. Growing up as a Mexican-American in East LA, you just don't see professional musicians. You don't see somebody working behind the scenes in movies or touring. For my family, it was kind of like you're living a fantasy if you think you're going to be a musician. And they were just trying to discourage me from playing music. But the more they did that, it just pushed me to not give up. Music was everything to me, was my world. And I just knew right then and there that I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Producing is different from playing, let's say, solo guitar, or even when I'm playing percussion with a group, because I feel like I can completely be free to just create and just express whatever style of music I'm writing. As a producer, my inspiration comes from a lot of different places. It comes from my experiences. It comes from my family. It comes from God. It could just be something as simple as I want the people to dance and to move. Music has showed me so much. It showed me patience. That's definitely very humbling, because sometimes you want things to move faster, but you have to trust the process and just keep hammering away. I'm a student student of the game, so I'm studying my music. I take it very seriously. So whatever instrument I'm like really putting in the work and putting in the time. Knowing different styles of music, I would definitely say that would set me apart. Heart and soul, pain, happiness, just everything that encompasses life. That's what music means to me.
Amen. Amen. Well, what a great announcement that we have, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. G. Morales is coming to the Slant. Next week, he's going to be our musical guest for our fourth annual Christmas Palamazo Christmas party. And I wanted to play some G. Morales for you. Subscribe to his channel right now. He's also all over Instagram, but he's slowly starting to put new videos up on his YouTube channel. So I wanted to share this with you. I wanted to share what we're going to do. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful things that we're going to do next week in regards to our Christmas show. So I wanted to share that with you, G. Morales, and also to let you know some of the other little goodies that we're doing. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down the information. Fourth annual Christmas Palamazo. It's a live stream. It's next Monday night, December 18th. We're going to start at 6 p.m. Pacific. It's a special time. It's 6 p.m. because it's, like an evening time. And what we're going to do is we're going to have some of the Slants buddies, people that you guys know, stopping on by, sharing Christmas stories, sharing holiday stories, all that good stuff. And while that's happening, we're going to do a couple things. One, we're going to have musical guests like G. Morales. We're going to have probably another musical guest singing some songs for you guys. And then also, too, guys, I'm going to do gift giveaways. I'm going to give away some really fun gifts to you guys during the stream. Here's an idea of something I'm going to give away. Here is a Film Threat coffee cup. Film Threat coffee cup. We will be giving away during the Christmas party. I also have Latino Slant stickers. Okay. A couple other things. We have one DVD movie to give away. It's Chris Moonlight's film, The Quantum Terror. We're going to be giving that away as well. I know. Nice horror film, nice Christmas gift. And then we're going to give away one of our Charleston books. Lots of fun giveaways. I got stickers. Look at these cool Calavera stickers. I just picked these up this weekend. They're like originals. And I got a hummingbird. So that Christmas party is going to be a lot of fun. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're just going to have a lot of fun with you guys, for you guys. And that's really it. That's really it. I wanted to make that announcement so you guys get that going. And we can start the show. We have quite the show, but I wanted to do that fun Christmas party announcement. So let's start the show, and I will be right back. Thank you, guys. Bienvenidos to another episode of The Week. And this week we have not one but two great guests. But before we get to our guests, we have some news to cover. Fantastic Four rumored to be true. Pedro, Golden Globe nominee, could be Reed. Ay, mama. Coming up in the first hour, actress Chelsea Rendon. She will talk about her experience as a strike captain during the actors' strike. Where do we go from here? And her new film coming up next. Coming up in the second hour is incredible actor John Ortiz. He returns to the Latino slant. He's in a great new film called American Fiction, which was recently nominated for a bunch of Golden Globes. Congratulations. What an incredible role. He's going to talk about the film and more. Pues, it is a show. Vámonos.
Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Thought I was your only vato. Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Won't you give me un beso? Come on, baby.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
Polly here on the Latino slant. What's happening, everybody? ¿Cómo estás? We have a poll in the chat. Happening right now. Fantastic Four. Are you excited for the Fantastic Four movie? 21%, Simon, yes. 50%, no manches, no. 7%, the Fantastic Who. 21%, we got Fantastic Four at home. Well, keep on voting. We're going to have a different poll question for you in the second hour. But right now, this is the first hour polling. And let's bring in, before we go over this news, let's bring in Fletcher Williams. What's up, brother?
Hola, todo el mundo. The week is here.
We are here, man. We are here. Yeah, man. So what'd you think about the Christmas party? Let's talk about that. Let's get your thoughts on the Christmas party before we jump into the breaking news that we have.
Oh, I think it's going to be so cool. I look forward to it, and also look forward to our members and channel folks getting some gifts and goodies. That's going to be awesome. I think they're really going to appreciate that.
Okay, great. So we got music guests. You have G Morales. You have his link, guys, in the chat. Watching this on the replay, we'll put it in the video box description. Lots of things going on. The next 2 hours, we have Chelsea Rendon coming on in a minute. Okay, and then the second hour, John Ortiz returns. He's in this amazing film that we did the reaction to, American Fiction.
Yeah, and was just nominated, right?
It got some Golden Globe nominations. That's correct. Okay. All right. So let's get right to it. Okay. News item. Pedro Pascal to be Reed Richards. Now, we got this on a reliable source. This is a person-to-person reliable source that we got this from, Fletcher. And yeah,
right.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. And this is we also got this to be the rest of the cast.
Yeah, and this is coming from a reliable source, so
yep.
You know.
Yep, we would not even put this up, even think about it, if it was not kind of it not only information given to us in person, but also too we double checked everything with the reliable source, and we got Pedro Pascal to be Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby, Ay Mama to be Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn, Human Torch, Ebon Moss Backrack, The Thing. That guy's funny. I like that guy.
Yeah, he was in. He's in The Beast, right?
I think so, but I've seen him in other stuff too as well. What are your thoughts? What's your feelings there?
Not my best cast, I think, and I'm surprised a lot of the cast is older. I kind of thought they were gonna do kind of like a younger thing, so it looks like they're heading like maybe into like a mid Fantastic Four, like they're already kind of seasoned. Maybe they already have their powers. So this is not like, them just coming out of college. It looks like. I think they're going to ramp it up,
Right,
So
and
yeah,
well, or maybe I that's the one thing I didn't we did not get reconfirmed. It was kind of like, was there going to be a younger version? Was there going to, what's the story? That I cannot confirm.
yeah, I'm sure
That
they
I
want to
cannot
keep that
confirm.
really tight lip, you know.
Okay,
It's yeah,
yeah,
especially since I think that even like all the Deadpool like stuff, it's coming out
hmm
like, and they're wanting like, whoa, whoa, even like Ryan Reynolds said, keep it in tight. So I'm sure the whole cast and the whole studio probably wants to keep all as many spoilers away from prying eyes as
sure,
possible. Yeah,
sure,
because
sure. And what I did hear was that if Marvel lets this director do his thing, it's they're gonna hit it out of the park. That's a huge if.
who's the director?
What's his name? Stankman?
Hmm.
Stankman? Walter Strankman? He um gosh. He did I know he did some WandaVision.
Oh, wow. Oh, has he done anything
Let
anything
me
else?
hold on and let me get his info right now.
Okay.
Let me get his info right now. But let me circle back on that. But let's add to this, guys. All right. Currently in negotiation, but is probably going to play Galactus is Javier Bardem.
Yeah, and that's a very good actor. Um,
What do you guys think of that? What do you think? What's
I
your thoughts
li-
there?
I like I said, I'm surprised they would bring Galacticus so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, but it does make sense if this is like an older Fantastic Four crew. Maybe they already went through the Rogue Gallery, Mole Man, and all that stuff. So it's surprising they would bring Galacticus so early. Um, and that's the one that kind of I guess gets me even a little bit more back because it feels like Marvel is going into this world ending thing again. I feel like they should kind of maybe reel it back in to a more like personable, more like more human thing. It's kind of like how
Mm-hmm.
they do in the comics. Usually, when they do in the comics, is they have a world-ending event, and then they kind of bring it down. You have heroes like Daredevil, what I mean, Iron Fist and stuff, and Spider-Man, and they do more like okay, we gotta save New York, or you know, that kind of tale. And after
Mm-hmm.
they've done so many like world-ending things, so they really want to, start with a bang. With
Yeah.
Galacticus. I mean, he eats worlds. So, wow.
So okay, now the director is Matt Shakeman,
Hmm.
and Matt has directed. Let me see here. Da-da-da-da-da. Director credits. Oh, he's done a lot.
Hmm.
He's done a
Yeah.
lot. 2 episodes of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters,
Okay.
WandaVision, 9 episodes, and they did get a lot of acclaim on that. Some episodes I really liked, some not so much. He's done Succession, he's done The Boys, Billions, Game of Thrones,
Oh, wow. He's
40,
done billions. That's one.
40 yeah, 43 episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So that was his.
Oh, okay.
This guy comes in, man. This guy's not someone off the kind of off the fight, lack of better words, just kind of off the activist block. This guy knows what he's doing. So we'll see.
We'll see.
There were some episodes of WandaVision that I really enjoyed. Those first couple.
Yeah, the first
Uh,
couple I really liked it. I watched it with my wife, and we really kind of were like, okay, what they're doing is something
mhm.
something different. I enjoyed it, and then it was like, ooh. Hopefully, it didn't
So
write those episodes.
okay, well, listen, that's what we got. Okay,
That's cool.
they're
Yeah.
in negotiations with Javier Bardem to be Galactus. ¿Qué más? Where's my banners? Here is on reliable source. confirmed. Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn, Human Torch, Ebon Moss, Bachrach, sorry, The Thing. And final thoughts there, Fletcher.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a new Fantastic Four style. Maybe I think that the previous films, I think they're going with a established kind of Fantastic Four. I think kind of like James Gunn said he's going to do with Superman Legacy, which is started off already with like in the universe. With people already kind of going, not so much as an origin story, but like picking up, mid-race, sort of say. So it's going to be interesting. I would like to know more. I guess the one that I really would say, whoa, is the Human Torch. I saw some pictures of him. I'm kind of surprised at that one because, I think, what was it? Last time they cast, Captain America,
Chris Evans,
and the other time they did, for that like alternate world, like Fantastic Four, they did Creed.
Michael B. Jordan.
So basically, we always have a handsome man playing Johnny Storm. And this kid, he's got an actor's face, should we say, or like, like not so much as a leading actor's face. So that was just like, are they gonna really go, like a different direction with the Human Torch? Because he's always had like, he's a pretty boy, So, and this one, I don't see how they can do that one, but we'll see. We will see.
So Joseph Quinn, looking at him, I mean, he looks handsome enough.
I don't know. To me,
I'm just looking at him, so I don't know his work.
Yeah, I've seen him in some of the stuff. I think it was Game of Thrones. He was in Stranger Things and stuff like that.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, so he's like a not a playboy look, because that's what Johnny Storm is. He's a hothead and a playboy. So I don't see how you can play that off, but I know that a lot of people.
You heard it from us, me and Fletcher. Let's hear from you guys. What do you guys think right now? Let us know in your comments and in your chats. Thanks a lot. So yeah, let's see what people are having to say here. I'll give a Fantastic Four a chance, but at this point, who honestly expects anything Marvel to be good? I suspect Galactus will be a post-credit scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Latino stand and bring Nova as Galactus's herald. Having Galactus is playing it safe for the normies. I mean, Galactus and Javier Bardem would be a huge get. A huge get. And you gotta he's already in the Disney kind of he's worked with Disney recently with the Little Mermaid, so
he's in the pantheon,
I mean, he's Javier Bardem. Maybe Succession sealed the job for him. People and critics loved that show.
Yeah.
And Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, a lot of people like that show.
Anya Taylor-Joy's Nova. She doesn't wear clothes. Ooh. Wasn't Chris Evans Johnny Storm?
Yeah.
Yes. Didn't we say that?
Yeah. It was Chris Evans and also Michael B. Jordan. Like I said, really handsome guys that are built.
Okay. So. Character actor is the phrase you're looking for. Okay.
That's what it is. Character actor. Yeah.
I mean, this Joseph Quinn guy, I just saw a few pictures of him. I don't know anything he's been in. It's not memorable what he was in Stranger Things. I wasn't a huge Stranger Things fan to where, besides Winona Ryder and Homeboy, stuck in my head. The kid's kind of goofy looking, but that's about it. Vex Electronica is here. Howdy, fellas. Howdy, chat. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
And happy belated birthday to Vex.
Oh, really? There you go. Feliz cumpleaños,
Feliz
belated.
cumpleaños.
Smoking Joe. Johnny Storm is handsome. Not just not bad looking. You got me there, man. You got me there.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm saying.
mean, listen, I didn't see that Fan 4-Stick movie, so I can't tell you about Michael B. He is a handsome man.
He's a handsome guy, that's what I'm saying. You pick handsome guys and play Johnny.
Yeah, the lead scene's a member of the channel. The cast is fine, but I'm past Marvel. What do you want to now? If you're past Marvel, what are you doing? Small time Republic. Ideally, you probably want to bring in Galactus in the third movie, but I get that they need to make a splash right away. Yeah, maybe they possibly do. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Will there be Doctor Doom in this new version? No idea. We didn't ask that. We didn't ask deeper questions about the script or story, just that casting. The Equalizer chance is maybe a Victoria Doom. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. And there you have it, man. That's the noticias. Let me see. You did not miss Mr. Ortiz. He is coming up in about 40 minutes. Let me hit up Chelsea. Yo, you coming on? And then we got well, we said 1:15, so she's running about 10 minutes late. Oh, right. We love super chats. Let's get some super chats going, guys. Come on.
Let's go.
Support the channel and become a member as well. We always have membership exclusive videos every week. Alejandro Montoya Marin for $20 is a member of the channel. Saludos. Can't wait for the stream. Last night was crazy. I want to donate a copy of Millennium Bugs to the fellow Latinos. Saludos a Chelsea and John Ortiz. Thank you.
Awesome.
So, Alejandro, he's got a feature film called Millennium Bugs, and you can watch it on Apple and all these other places. But he's gonna get us a DVD for the Christmas party giveaway. Awesome. Very cool, very cool. Thank you. And saludos at Chelsea. He's got a new film that he completed with Chelsea, where he directed her, and the new film's called The Unexpecteds.
Yeah, I saw that. And when is that going to be out?
It's not going to be out for a while. He's still trying to work some deals, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the fact that it's it's completed and it looks like it's. I haven't seen it. He's making the rounds, as they say, with it, making the rounds. But it's fully produced, done, completed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, he's kicking ass and taking names.
Thank you for that super chat. Olaf Van Ness has been a member for 15 months. Olaf, wasn't there some news of Nova going to be the Herald or a female Silver Surfer for a movie? Maybe for Fantastic Four or Pro Sue Storm. Maybe, but this what I reported is reliable. And anything else that I haven't reported, it's because I didn't ask. So I did not ask about the female Silver Surfer. Or the Surfer. So yeah. So what you're getting is the reliable source there, guys. Olaf. And Alejandro says it comes out next year. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, let's thank and we love super chats. Make it happen. Chelsea's here. She's getting on. She's getting ready. Let's play a thank you video and then we'll be right back. Thank you for the super chat and for the membership chat. Where is our... There he is. Enjoy.
There he is.
La da da dee dee dee. Oh, let me take this banner off. Wait, what's going on? Why is that thing still up there?
It's stubborn.
There's two of them. There we go. It was stubborn. It was stubborn. Polly here, the Latino set. We have a poll going on. What does it say so far, Fletcher?
All right, let's see. So, as of 29 votes from the poll, are you excited for the Fantastic Four? We have Simone, yes, 17%. No Manches, no, 52%. The Fantastic Who at 10%. And we got Fantastic Four at home at 21%. Nice.
52%. You're not excited? Come on, guys. What's going on? Why the player hate? Why the
I think
player
a lot
hate,
of people
man?
just they've been. I think they need to let a lot of the Marvel stuff kind of rest a little bit and breathe.
Well, listen, they're just announcing casting. They haven't even we're not going to see this film till at the very earliest 2025, like first quarter.
Wow,
It's
yeah.
gonna breathe, but I get it, man. It's been a bumpy year for Marvel superhero. That's why
Yeah.
you all should have watched Blue Beetle. I told you all. And now everyone's
This is
watching
what
Blue
you get.
Beetle streaming. And you know what people are saying now, Fletcher?
What are they saying?
Oh, I'm just now watching Blue Beetle on streaming. It's so good.
Nice.
It was trending yesterday.
Yeah, but that's
Trending
not the
yes-
fans. It's not the fans' fault. It's the studio's fault.
No,
They
no,
were
no, no, no,
marketing
no,
as
no. I
some
don't want
kind
to
of
hear no
crazy
negative
thing.
right now. Yeah. No. What I'm saying is it's the best live action superhero movie of the year. Live
Did
action.
it get nominated for anything?
No. I
Nothing?
think it got nominated for a Saturn Award. But
What's a Saturn award?
Ant-Man got nominated for visual effects
What?
and not Blue Beetle.
That's insane, man. How the heck does Ant-Man get nominated for anything but a what do they call those? A Ratsy or Ratsy? That's
All right. Okay.
crazy.
All right. Listen. I highly recommend Blue Beetle. Go see it. Don't be a punk.
Is that the actual selling point? Don't be a punk. Go see Blue
Don't be a
Beetle.
punk, man. It's a really good film. I'm a little biased. I don't give a shit.
Just a little
Don't give a
biased.
shit. All right, we'll see you in a little while, brother.
All right.
I'm gonna bring in our friend. All right, our first guest of our show, and hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you share the link. It's on Twitter right now. Smash the like. Say hello in the chats. Start asking our first guest some questions. She's an actress. We've had her on the show before. She's a wonderful, vibrant personality. Always speaks it right from the heart. No bullshit. Honest gal. She was in Vita, Shameless, The Tax Collector, and The Unexpected. I'm really excited. I cannot wait till that film comes out. Hopefully next year. Hopefully. But she was just the strike captain for the SAG union strike that was going on. It's all completed. And now she can come on and chat with us about her experiences and going forward with that. Everyone, please welcome Chelsea Rendon.
Hello there.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, I put it in my calendar at 1:30, not 1:15.
It's it's all good. It's all good. Two Latinos can always vamp. We got stuff to talk about.
Oh,
Me
man.
and Fletcher, Okay. Everyone, say hello to in the chat, or if you're watching this on a replay, comment away. Chelsea, man, when the last time you were on, you had just started this strike.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's true.
So I really appreciate you coming back. I really appreciate you coming back. This is your second home. We love you here, but so okay, just give us some your general like thoughts on the strike. 78% ratified. It's final now, and you were a strike captain. Tell us what you experienced.
Well, so here's the thing. There's two separate things. There's a strike experience, which is one thing, And then there's the contract, which is another. And so I was actually, when I was on here last time, I was talking a little bit about being a strike captain and what that was all about. But in regards to the contract, people are very upset. I'm not one of those people. I'm okay with what's going on. I'm okay with the contract, but a lot of people are upset, and they were being very vocal about voting no on the contract. And so
Why were
the
they
contract,
upset?
very upset about all the AI stuff, because
Still.
people wanted to like own their likeness, or
Okay.
they wanted no AI at all. But in my mind, you cannot fight process, or what is that word? Progress. That's the word. You can't fight progress. Like, the internet exists, AI exists. We can't, not work with it. So a lot of people were upset about the AI, which is why they were trying to vote no. So 38% of the union voted, which is actually the highest number of voters in the last like 10 to 15 years. The last contract had 27%. The contracts before that had like 15 and 16%. So everyone's like, oh my God, only 30% voted, 38%. That's so whack. When it's like, actually, this is the highest contract negotiation that we've had in the sense of voter turnout.
So it's a great turnout.
Not
in
a great
general.
turnout, but it's the
Mhm.
highest turnout in recent years.
It's
You know
still
what I
pretty
mean?
small, and that's dictating.
But
Go ahead.
there's a number of members that can't vote if they're not paid up on their dues. So that's what I want to know. I want to know how many people are not paid up and can't vote, and then how many people can vote, and then we could take the 38% out of that number. You know what I mean? Not 38% of the whole union, because not the whole union can vote. Like, a lot of my friends that I talked to, when I was having them try to like vote for me for the local board, they were like, I'm not paid up. I'm so sorry. I can't vote. I can't vote. So, especially with the pandemic, I think a lot of people are not paid up, and that is playing a factor.
I mean, what a crazy union to be a part of, right?
Yeah.
So you pay your dues, but it's no guarantee of employment.
Mm.
But you can be a member in bad standing. It's just that you can't enjoy all the like you
Well, no,
said.
you can't work. If you're not in good standing, you can't work. So like
Right.
if like I had a friend of mine who was not paid up on his dues, and then booked a gig, so he had to sell his car to pay his dues in order to do the job.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so what about your experience as a strike captain?
That was a mixed bag, because I enjoyed the community, but people on the strike line were fucking savages.
Yikes.
People were rude as fuck and disrespectful, and I did not like that part. But then I loved the other part, when the nice people were there, or I got to see my friends, building community with the strike captains, and just feeling a sense of community, because, as actors, we don't have the in-person auditions anymore. So you would always see your fellow actor friends in the waiting room for the audition. And then you'd be like, oh, let's go to lunch after, or let's grab a coffee, or, we had a sense of community, which right now is not the case. So
Gotcha.
that was nice. But the rude, disrespectful, crazy people were not fun.
No, that's fair. In 3 years, will people try to avoid a strike, or will they do it all over again?
That is going to depend. So here's my thing. I agree that this contract was not perfect. None of them are ever perfect, which is what is a negotiation. Both sides have to lose a little, both sides has to win a little. So my hope is this is the first time so many people were engaged, and they actually cared, and they wanted information. So everybody wanted to read the actual contract. They wanted the MOA. Normally, SAG gives us a summary, and then we vote based on that summary. But because this time everybody was involved and they were hyped, they wanted the MOA. which to me, I could understand, but I didn't like the people that were like, this is ridiculous. We can't vote based on a summary. We need the contract. When I'm like, bitch, you have voted on a summary. How many years? For the
Right.
3
Why
years ago,
is
you
it
voted
different
on a
now?
summary. 6 years ago, you voted on a summary. 9 years. And all of a sudden, now, you like, so those people got on my nerves a little bit.
I could see that.
But I also understand because we're in a different time and there's the
Uh-huh.
specific language regarding AI that I'm like, okay, I get it, but just calm down a little. Say, look, guys, we're in a different time. We all want to read the contract. Can we make this happen? Instead of like, I demand to read the MOA before I vote. It is my right. I'm like, calm down, calm down. But
Okay.
so yeah, so it was really crazy. But
Mhm.
fuck, I got so hyped I lost train of my
Yeah, you did. It's all good. Some people in the chat are saying it that this sounds like a modern day kind of mafia racket.
Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it was crazy. It was very, I don't really talk to the captains anymore because they were doing a little bit too much. One of them literally told me to shut the fuck up. And I was like, excuse me, sir. And I was like, goodbye. But
Yeah.
so
when you say like that to Latino women, you know?
oh, but
Yeah.
so anyway, everybody was really frustrated and specifically the language of the AI. So, like I said, I want everybody who was talking and everybody who cared to keep caring and to be invested in the next 2.5 years for us to do the research so we can learn what language we need in the next contract. So there's something called the W and Ws. I don't know what the fuck that stands for, but apparently it's meetings where SAG wants union members to come and voice their concerns so that they know what they want to put into the next negotiation in the next contract.
Oh,
So
boy.
I want to go and be a part of those things and find out more information. So my thing is everybody had different opinions about what we needed in regards to AI. Some people said put in the contract like the WGA that only an actor can be human or only a human can be an actor. Some people wanted no AI at all. Some people wanted us to own our likeness. Some people wanted us to get our own scans, which doesn't make any sense. And is also like 6 figures. And so I'm like, we need to learn what actually is happening so that we can go to the table and do the right thing and fight for the right thing. And that's something that Duncan said specifically, like the studios would have gladly given us humans can only be actors and nothing else can be an actor because then they could make their generative AI projects and not have to deal with the union at all. Oh, no, because this isn't that project. We're making a different thing. It has no actors, so it's not including you. So like I feel like the protections that we got with consent, with compensation are really good and they keep us in the conversation. And I do not believe that AI is going to take over the world in the next 2.5 years. I do not believe it is going to take our jobs. Now, mind you, in 10 years, possibly, but not in 2.5, which is why we need to get this. We got this contract. Now we do the work to get the next contract even better, find out what other regulations and rules we need to put in place to protect us even more.
Chelsea seems like a real fun person to hang with.
Oh, thank you. I am.
She actually is. She actually is very fun, very great personality. The AI issue is a very important matter. Actors need assurances regarding being paid for AI uses, the equalizer.
And that's what we got. So they have to, if they're going to use our likeness, they have to 1, ask for our consent, and 2, compensate us. So if it would take, for example, 3 days to film a scene that they're going to do, they have to pay us for those 3 days, even though they're using AI. So we are still going to get paid.
Okay, all right. I mean, you're convincing me. You know, I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm
laughing at this comment. I suspect some kneecapping and breaking of thumbs.
yeah. Hey, it's me in HD, member of the channel, Krusty Moco. Shut the fuck up to a Latina is like juggling with nitroglycerin. Page 1 of How to Anger a Hispanic Woman. Tell her to be quiet. People really talking to you like that?
Yeah, well, so it was in a group chat on WhatsApp. They didn't say it to my face. And it literally just said STUF or whatever, like Chelsea, STUF, in my
Whoa.
honest in IMO, in my honest opinion. And I was like, bitch. And I was about to go off, and I was like, you know what, man? I don't even give a fuck about you. You're a little fucking flea on my shirt. So whatever. You don't get my time. You don't get my energy. I'm protecting my energy. You know what I mean?
Ándale. I love it. Total Tai Chi. So does this mean you're not going to run? Weren't you running for something?
I am going to run again. But again, I ran and I didn't get it. So I
Okay.
would run again in 3 years or 2 years when we're doing it again. But I want to be involved. Like, for me, I've been in the business for like 22 years. I've been a part of, or actually, no, I'm sorry. I've been in the union for 22 years, been in the business for 25 years. This is the first time I paid attention. And I think it's a lot of people's first time paying attention. So now that I know, I'm like, all right, I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know what's going on. And I really, really, really hope that our membership stays involved and they stay engaged. Because if not, everyone's going to be crying in another 3 years. Because again, I don't believe that we want to strike again in 3 years. But if we have to, we will. But realistically, I don't think the studios could afford it. So I don't think they're going to put us in a position to do that because they fucked themselves in the foot with this strike. So that's why I think they realize, again, coming off the pandemic, coming off of this strike, they're in a little bit of a hole. And again, we are as actors as well, you know what I mean? But we as actors have day jobs and side hustles and other ways to make money when studios literally only have one way to make money, unless you're Apple and you have phones and shit too. So I'm hopeful that we're not going to strike in 3 years. I'm hopeful that they're going to give us the offer because now they know, oh shit, they're paying attention and their membership is caring and they're not going to just let it slide. So I don't believe we're going to strike like that. Put it out in the universe. We're not striking.
Hey, it's me in HD says, a flea on my shirt. Miss Chelsea, I'm stealing that one.
Nice. Yo, go ahead. Like all these bitches, they're just fleas on the shirt. You gotta get off me, ho. You might
get off me, ho.
A little bit. You might itch me a little bit, but you ain't gonna kill me.
You heard it first. You heard it first here on the Latino Slant. Chelsea Rendon says, "Get out of here, ho." Okay. Anything else before we start talking fun stuff? Listen, I really applaud your spirit. You walked the walk. You walked it, man. You fucking did it.
Yo, I got plantar fasciitis from fucking walking the line and having a day job.
I put
blood, sweat, tears, and my poor feet through the fucking ringer for this shit.
You actually give me a lot of hope for the younger generation, because a lot of people just sit and complain. You like you said. What would you say? This is the first time I listened or
paid attention. Yeah. Like I was active, I was engaged. Because again, it's also, we think of ourselves as little ants in an ant farm in a house, right? So we think we're minuscule, we're not important, but like we all matter. You know what I mean? Like all of us as individuals, as people, we matter. But then whatever cog in the machine that we are, we matter. We play a part. And once you accept that, like, hey, no, I do matter and I am important, then it gives you power. But then you want to know what the fuck's going on. Okay, well, how does this machine work that I'm a part of? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm very thankful to like open my eyes.
As you cough.
I'm dying. I've been like sick and throwing up for the last like week. And like
really?
I'm still having to work. So I have a doctor's appointment after this. So I'm like, I don't know.
All right, we won't take up too much more of your time, but
it's okay.
For being sick, you look fantastic. Everyone thinks you look beautiful in the chat. They're happy you're here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I live a beautiful life.
Oh, so beautiful. As an actor, what's the role Chelsea likes to show off to her family the most? Well, we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot away from the strike stuff. Let's start talking about your career.
So I think the thing I'm, in a sense, show off. I think I was always proudest of Vida specifically, because I got like a full character arc. I had 3 seasons of stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it was my first series regular. So that's the one that like I love the most with sharing with my family. But
Mm-hmm.
the project that all my family wants to talk about is The Tax Collector, because they love Shia LaBeouf, because they
Oh,
love
yeah.
George Lopez, because they love David Ayer, and because my family are a little ghetto, little Mexicans. So they're like some hood shit. I love it.
We love that film here. And The Tax Collector, a couple of years ago, it was great to see that it came out, and now David Ayer is coming up with a new film, The Bee
The
Collector,
Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper, next
Yeah,
month.
with Jason Statham. I'm excited for that one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, your role in that film. You know what? I think I got a photo of you as
With
what
my
is it?
red hair. I missed my
Yeah.
red hair.
¿Cómo se llama
Yo,
the character?
Lupe. I'm literally gonna try to convince my niece to dye her hair red to
Mhm.
piss off my mom, because my mom said my red hair was ghetto, but that my niece's hair that's purple is cute. And I'm like, yeah, that one.
I loved you in this. What a great role you had, especially when you were just like rolling on your scooter, collect.
On my motorcycle, my stunt
Motorcycle.
double, like vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and you got to act with Shia and Bobby Soto, who I'm a fan of.
Oh yeah, I love Bobby. Bobby's killing it right now. I'm so proud of him.
You're seeing that was a good class of young actors. Now you're all doing your own things, but yeah. Is there anything you could share with us as far as a fun moment on that set with Shia?
Oh my God. I honestly, I had a great time with all of them. Like, I've known Bobby for years. So it was great to work with him again. We met on the set of A Better Life. And we were like 16, 17-year-old kids. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Mhm.
But Shia, he's got a bad rap, but my experience with him was amazing. I
Mhm.
got to grow as an actor with him and learn from him, and how he worked and how he moved on set.
Mhm.
And like super, super, super respect him and have love for him.
I have to agree with you in a man who myself over 8 years now sober, listen to this guy just try to make it, and he did that interview with Joe Bernthal.
John
John
Berthal.
That was a fantastic interview.
Yeah.
Fantastic time. I just hope the best. I hope the best for him.
He's been fucked over and hurt so much in his life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like
Mm-hmm.
people act out. But like I think at his core he's an amazing person, and he's a beautiful person. And that was also around the time where he was dating FKA Twigs. So I'm like, I know for a fact she was lying about certain things that were in her case, because I'm like, we were fucking there, bitch. Like, how are you gonna lie when other people were there?
But Chelsea,
So-
you gotta believe all women.
I'm not about that shit.
I'm just saying, dog.
But look, I'm a woman and I am a survivor myself.
Uh-huh.
20% of those bitches lied. They just hooked up with an old dude and then are trying to get fucking famous after the fact. And then the other 80% were truly victims. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
and
Sure.
and so no, I do not believe all women, but I respect, again, as a survivor myself, not anything within the business, but just in my life. And so I'm like, I can understand. You know what I mean? Like, I can empathize and relate. I have my own experience, but like, no, hoes are hoes. And you can't sleep with an 80-year-old dude and expect a job and then get mad because you're an extra and then try to call him out years later.
Okay, so let's get this right. First was get away from me, hoe. And now hoes are hoes. You heard it here first on the Latino Slant. Truth bombs. I love it.
And again,
listen, we love Chelsea and we don't agree on everything, but that's the whole point, is that we're having good conversation. I support someone like Chelsea in her career. I love what you're doing, man. And you and Noemi. So this is beautiful. You were gonna say, go on.
No, I was gonna say, I'm actually reading one of the comments that says, like, yeah, the ones that lie about it diminish the damage done to the real survivors, and they go unpunished. Like,
Yeah, that's a big
that's
one.
my issue with it. Because I'm like, bitch, I'm a survivor. I know it. I've been a victim. So, like, you're lying about that shit. Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, gets me mad.
Well, and listen, in regards to Shia, right? We're talking about Shia. It sounds like he's your boy, like Bobby, like you
Well, I'm
guys,
not really close with him. We were kind of cool, but he's again very guarded because he doesn't
Sure.
trust people. So like I've hit him up here and there and like giving him love. But again, we're not like super tight. But at the time, we all got along great. We had a great time filming. And I got love for him.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's talk about the unexpecteds and Alejandro Montoya Marin, and we will let you go. You are in a new indie comedy that I hear is completed as far
Yes,
as
so it's picture locked, but if I'm not mistaken, they're still like finishing some editing in the sense of like color and ADR. I got to watch it. I think it was funny. I think it was really good.
Really, you saw it?
Yeah, he sent me a link.
Ooh.
But again, it wasn't finished yet. It's not like all color corrected and all that stuff. But I'm just proud that I look like an adult. So I'm like, because that's my biggest thing is that I still play young. So like, I'm like, oh my God, I get to play like an adult woman and like have a child. Like, cool, let's do that.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. So and because I also saw in the comments earlier, like, what the fuck? She looks young or something. And I'm like, yes, no, I'm 30 years old. I turned 31 in March. But I've been in the business since I was 5. And so I woke up like this. But so I loved being able to play like an adult woman because like I live an adult life. I just look like this. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You stupid.
But yeah, I'm really excited for that. You know, I want to see it finished with the music and all that stuff too. And so hopefully it gets into some good festivals to get us some traction before like we release it and stuff. So again, even you were talking about Blue Beetle earlier.
Yeah.
The whole point is you guys, the audience, you guys have to watch. Like watching is so important. And again, Blue Beetle didn't look great with numbers when it came out in the theaters because one, we were on strike, so none of the actors could promote it and publicize it. But then because two, the audience is the Latino audience in the sense, but then also the superhero people, and the fucking people didn't show up because they want to wait for the streamer so that they only got to pay $5.99 a month and then their whole family can watch it instead of showing up at the theater and giving that impact and respect.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Warner Brothers did the movie dirty. Straight up. They mismarketed the thing. They just to the Latinos. And we came out, we over-indexed that opening weekend, but it's never enough when just the Latinos come out and the Caucasians did not. And that's where the numbers were at. So Latinos showed up in droves, like I want to say 37%, which is incredible first weekend. Unfortunately, the Caucasians didn't, the blacks didn't. Now they're seeing it on streaming, which is fantastic. But that was a fuck up by Warner Brothers because they mismarketed the movie. This is a movie for everyone to enjoy.
Wakanda was marketed to the black audience, and motherfuckers still showed up. Wakanda forever.
Okay, all right. I mean, okay, all right. So listen.
But again, and then again, even just the Black Panther
way different.
Movie
That's not a good comparison.
Well, but what I'm saying is, I don't think that it was marketed to a brown audience. I think again because it's a brown.
No, it was. Whether you think so or not, it actually was. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay. That is what you believe, sir.
Listen, I only say that because I tracked the shit out of this movie for 2 years. I saw everything that they marketed to, and it was always to the Latino audiences in Latino cities for Blue Beetle. They did not go out of that bubble, and it showed in the box office. That's all I'm saying.
Because I thought you were also talking about in the sense of their trailers and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how it was just centered.
No, the trailers
they had Latinos.
Listen, I think the trailers had their own different problems, but again, the marketing it did not go out of the bubble of the
Yeah.
Latino
Well,
community
and I
for
also
Blue
think
Beetle.
because it was coming out during the strike, the studios were a bunch of burros, and they're like, well, let's just give a little bit of money, not a lot of money, because they're not going to show up anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so
Listen,
I hear you.
listen.
But I will say, I loved the movie. I
Yes.
sobbed. I cried. I cried. I loved it. Everybody I talked to, I'm like, you need to watch that shit. It was so good.
Okay, so all right, let's go over this. These are things that you heard Chelsea Rendon say on the stream today. One, hose get off. What is it?
No, a flea. It was a flea. It was flea. Flea, get off me. ho.
Hoes are like fleas, get off me. Hose be hose. And what was this last one he just said about Blue Beetle?
That it. I
forgot.
cried.
I forgot.
It was amazing.
No, it's I forgot. I lost it because I'm having such a good time with the things that you say. But there's truth in what you say. Yes, go check out this film. We're I have problems with the way that Warner Brothers treated it. I think it did it dirty. But you can see that it's having a new life on streaming.
Yes, thank God. And
Thank
it's
God.
again because the truth of the matter is, even my boyfriend who's in the business will always say, oh, I'll just wait till it gets to streaming. Like, I don't need to go watch it. But now I got him to sign up for AMC A-List. And now the motherfucker wants to watch every movie under the sun. So I'm like, now you want to watch it. I've had AMC A-List for a while now. So like he was like, oh yeah, but so now he has it. So we go to the theater. But the average person doesn't want to go and spend $20 fucking at the theater. And then if you have a family, you're spending $100 for tickets and then another $100 on snacks and soda and shit.
Are we
so
demonetized
people
yet?
wait at home.
I you know what? If we are demonetized right now because of our language, we're entertaining you guys. We're keeping it real, so it's all good.
Wait, what is? I don't even know what that word demonetized means.
The stream is set up to where it's monetized, right? My channel is monetized, because we're at a certain level. And if you bad language, maybe political views, maybe YouTube will cut you from being monetized within the stream.
Wait, did I get you in trouble by cussing?
Nah. Oh my God. I love you. I love you to no, dude. Do not change who you are. I do want to add on your way out. I do want you to say hello to our next guest, if that's okay with Mr. Ortiz. Give me a thumbs up. See, Simon. Is that okay with you?
At least like 15-20 minutes. I planned.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you've seen American Fiction. It's probably my top 3, definitely top 5, top 3 movies of the year. I got to see an early screen of it, and our friend of the channel, we were pumping his TV show Promised Land about a year ago, is now with us. Oh, let's close the poll. Oh, okay, we got to close the poll. Hold on. Okay, we're closing the poll.
Yeah, I actually met him on the strike line because my friend Tonatiu was on Promised Land.
Oh, here you go. John Ortiz, what's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey, Chelsea.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's nice to hear you for a little bit. I got in a little early and was being entertained by your views. Thank you for that.
I aim to please. I aim to entertain.
What's up, Paulie? Hey,
man, just making it happen. You're keeping the slant provocative and real, and here for you guys, man. I love both of you guys to death, and the work you guys have done this past year. It's incredible, right? At the beginning of the year, we were trying to make your TV show happen. Didn't happen, but then we get this movie. It's so great, man. It's so great. You know?
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a little. I mean, you know how hard it is to, and Chelsea does as well. It's just so hard to make a movie, to make any movie. And this movie, even though it's we're definitely riding the wave of really good recognition, and the studio is now pumping in a lot of money into the marketing, as we're hearing you guys talk a little bit about Blue Beetle and how important that is. That even though we're reaping the benefits of that, the movie started out as a small indie, like very akin to a lot of small indies that I did over the years, that may or may not have been just as good, but for whatever reasons, they kind of fell through the cracks. So I know how rare it is. Sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's just about good timing, and we've been really lucky with this one that we had the good timing of it, of not only really inspired great work. I mean, the script from the jump was amazing. And then everything else just like fed into that, and it really kind of started just multiplying in terms of that. But I'm not gonna lie, like it being in Toronto at the film festival there and winning that award was huge. Things just kind of changed overnight in terms of its trajectory. So it's a blessing, and I'm really happy. I'm actually got on a plane last minute, and I'm in New York right now for the premiere, which happened last night, and doing a little bit of press and talking to you and spreading the good news. So thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, we had to go through official when you guys get busy, you always say, Polly, I got a PR people here, you gotta go for the email. I'm like, I'll do whatever, man, I don't care. I love that.
Because it's easy. Then they just like send me a schedule, and then it's like, okay, this is what I have to do, instead of like, wait, can I make this time work, or can we do this, or can we? Then they just give it to you, and they're like, this is your schedule, and then I'm like,
yeah, and I think I told you last year, during Promised Land, I didn't have a publicist. I was number one on the call sheet and just refused to have one. Yeah. And for many years, since Miami Vice, actually, since 2005, I didn't have a publicist. And
for correction
reasons, I just wanted just to lay low and like not talk about the work and just let the work do the talking.
Okay.
But I kind of figured it was time. So it's like Chelsea said, a lot easier to
organize. Yeah. But listen, John, I'm looking at my notes here for the Promised Land. You did have a publicist. It was the Latino Slant. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, man. ABC did that TV show Dirty, to where you said to us, hey man, you guys did more publicity than the network did. Listen, Hollywood, hire the Latino Slant. Any Latino-ish projects you have, I will set you all straight. I know my people. I know how to connect not only the networks to your works, but then with the community, but then to the greater community. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Chelsea, on your way out, anything you would like to say to John, or I really appreciate your time being here, Chelsea.
No, I'm just here listening. I'm gonna keep listening for like 5 minutes before I leave. I'm just
okay.
I'm here for the team. And for the poll question, I'm like, yo, you're talking about for Christmas. I want tamales. Tamales is for Christmas.
We have a new poll that's up. It is a Christmas themed poll. What are you hoping for Christmas? Okay, here are the choices: goodwill towards all men, unlimited tacos for all, gift cards, lots of gift cards, tamales. And tamales is, it's number one right now.
Because I'm like, I have tacos all day every day, but like for Christmas it's tamales.
Yeah, it's special. Yeah. It helps get you in the spirit too. There's something all encompassing and holistic about tamales that brings us all together and makes us have that.
And my mom makes the joke that like George Lopez made, that like Latinos have tamales because we're poor, and at least that way we have something to unwrap.
Nice.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, John, thank you for your time. Listen, I got to see American Fiction like almost 2 weeks ago, because it was a surprise mystery movie night that AMC does. And when I didn't actually know what I was seeing it. And when it came out, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. That's when I texted you the next day or whenever it was. What a great film, man. What an absolutely great film. I think the fact that it's so rooted in this drama of what our lead character is going through in his family life and all those connected storylines makes the comedy of the film so outstanding. So when it's with you, so it's so rewarding to see you and him just vibing off each other, man. You were hilarious, bro.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just happy to finally prove to my son that I can do comedy. I mean, he was like, Dad, you can't do comedy. I'm like, I could. Yeah, I just haven't had the chance recently, but just you wait, son. Just you wait.
Just you wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he got it. He actually,
go ahead, please.
Yeah. No, thanks. That was a lot of fun doing those scenes with Jeffrey. He, I'm not sure if you know, but we knew each other for about 20, 25 years.
You told me
We
that.
were in the same theater circles here in New York, and you know, I'd see him on stage. I saw him in Bringing the Noise, Bringing the Funk, Top Dog. I saw him in Julius Caesar in the Park. He saw me in a few shows. We actually shared a green room at the Public. We were on different stages, but we had the same common green room. And I was in this big, crazy, large cast play of like 16 of us. And he was in a small 3-hander. And I felt bad for them because we were not only a large cast, but we were loud. And we just were friends, you know. And, you know, he's definitely one of those actors that was on my list. You know, we have actors. I'm not sure if you have a list, Chelsea, of like actors that you someday want to work with or artists, you know, right?
Well, right now I specifically can only think of 2, Viola Davis and Denzel Washington.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Those been, because like Remember the Titans is one of my all-time favorite movies. And so like Denzel is just Denzel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, and Viola is Viola.
Yeah.
Well,
like, and I know there's plenty of other people that I want to work with,
Yeah.
but like those are the 2 that I always think of the pop. I have more a dream of all the shows that I want to work on. So like I want to work on like Law and Order SVU. Like I want to work on Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy, The Rookie, like SWAT. I want to meet Shamar Moore because I loved him in Criminal Minds as Derek Morgan. You know what I mean? Like, so as a fan, I have a lot of things that I want to be on.
Right. Yeah, I actually, not to brag, but I worked with both Viola and Denzel.
Because you're so cool.
No, because I'm so old.
See, you are funny.
But Jeffrey was on that list, you know. So when the script came, I was like, you know, especially the role, you know. I've been, you know, it's no secret how limiting sometimes characters that come our way are, you know. And you know, when I saw this part, you know, just an agent, he's just a guy, he's just doing his job, you know. He's got this really nice relationship with lead.
If you don't mind, let me pause it really quick. So the relationship is you're his literary agent. Jeffrey Wright is a novelist, right? And the premise is that he's a Black novelist that doesn't write about the Black experience, and you're egging him on.
Yeah. He not only doesn't write about that particular type of a Black experience, which is often mired in, you know, the traumas of violence and the inner city blues and drugs, crime, but he also is offended by it and insulted by it, especially because he feels that in the only way he can sell books is if he writes about that, which is the last thing he wants to do. And he decides to say enough is enough, and as a prank almost writes one. but he writes it under, like, he would never use his real name. He would never want to be associated with it. So he uses a pen name and writes this book and sends it to me to send out to publishing houses. And at first I think he's crazy, but I say, okay, but maybe just to one or two of them, you know. And lo and behold, to my surprise, there's great response from it. So great that one of the top publishing houses that wouldn't even sniff in his direction offers him a lot of money, like more money than he's seen in a very long time. And he needs the money.
And he needs the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very real reason why he needs the money.
Yes. And
But don't say too much, because now I want to watch it. Now.
Well, listen, hey.
Well,
you can go, girl.
The only thing I'll say that's kind of in the trailer is that I do convince him to take the money, to make the deal. But what happens is that the book becomes an overnight sensation, like a bestseller.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous what happens.
And so now Hollywood wants to buy the movie rights. And the problem is because he can't be associated with it because he's so, like, you know, offended by what he wrote, that he puts on the persona of who he imagined wrote it, which is this ex-convict who's on the run from the law. And that's when all hilarity breaks out. And that's Stag R. Lee, his pen name.
And the name of the book is Pathology?
Pathology, yeah.
And it's spelled incorrectly?
Actually, he changes it midway. This is actually a really funny part in the movie. Yeah. Midway through, he gets so wrapped up in this persona that he puts on, and also, like, doing an FU to the powers that be, says, you know what? I'm not going to agree to this unless we change the title. And this is after they love the title Pathology with an F. And they're like, oh, no, but we love the title. Why? You know, but what are you thinking? And he's like, fuck. I want to call it fuck. So that's the title of it, actually.
Bro.
Yeah, and you're gonna be you're really on a spiraling trend to be
Well, me and my man got AMC A-list. We are going to watch it.
Yeah.
Is it out already?
Friday.
No, it's not. Friday. I got to, you know.
Perfect. We'll watch it on Sunday for date night.
Listen.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Yeah.
John, was your kid excited that you were a meme?
That I was what?
You were a meme?
I was a meme. Oh,
was I a
meme? Am I a meme?
I don't know. It's like a video thing. I typed it.
It's a GIF. It's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
Oh.
Look at you.
Wow. I don't know, but I'm excited about it.
Look,
yeah. That's actually probably my second GIF.
So right here, what's going on here is that Jeffrey Wright is, for lack of better words, kind of so, like, you know, I wouldn't say white, but he's so, like, you know, just kind of like conservative. You know, he doesn't even know how to, you know, homeboy it up. And so you're like, come on, you know, homeboy.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him some street vibes, some swag. Yeah. He's you know, he's like upper middle class upbringing. He's an intellectual. He's really repressed, and part of that is like part of that personality has gotten him in trouble with his family, which is really the heart and soul of the movie. Yeah. He's been one of these types because of that, because of his upbringing and his complicated relationships with his siblings and his parents, his father especially. He had an overbearing father who died. He has distanced himself from them, and off the top of the movie, he's going through it. He's going through it professionally, and he's going through it personally, and he's forced to confront those things that have gotten in the way. And half of that is him relating to his family, him allowing just other people to see him, to open up. And so that's also the characteristics that have gotten him in trouble and that he has to overcome in the movie. And he does it, and he goes back and he takes care of his mother who's going through some stuff, and he's rediscovering his love for his siblings and vice versa. On top of which, he's finally in a place where he's allowed to vulnerably enter a romance.
Oh, I loved her.
I'm excited.
her.
I'm gonna tell my man today we're gonna book the tickets for Sunday. We have a little date night that we're doing. So I'm like, now we're gonna watch a movie and then we're gonna do the
Oh, that's great. Yo, please reach out to me after you watched it.
I will.
Thank you, Chelsea.
And on that note, I gotta go to my doctor.
Okay. All right.
But
We love
great
you,
hanging with
Chelsea.
guys. Now I'm glad that I stayed because now I'm excited for this movie.
Thank you. It's really great seeing you.
All right, bye. See you guys later.
Take care.
Bye.
Really quickly, deleted scenes for $5. He says American Fiction is an excellent film. Highly recommend. Congratulations on the Golden Globe nominations. Now on to the Oscars. I mean, that's always nice, but because what you're saying is that it's an indie film, and most of these indie films don't end up like this.
Yeah, we shot it in 26 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a modest budget. I'm not sure how much, but it was pretty modest. I could have been working on any film at that time under those conditions, and it would have been just like any other indie. And the thing about it is that because the material was so good and everyone was so connected to it or responded to it in such a way that you felt it on set. Like there were many different members of the crew like reading the novel while we were shooting it, that the movie is based on.
Yeah.
And so there was this real like pride that we're making this movie, that we're telling this story, and people deeply cared about it, so that's another beautiful thing that's happened, is that it's truly been an extension from like the initial excitement that's been consistently carried forth until now, so it's a beautiful thing.
So you don't see these types of movies get this getting what it is. Of course, Jeffrey Wright helped it get catapulted, but the subject matter is on point. And as I was watching this, I'm like, this is just so up my alley, and I couldn't help. So so I loved it all, but I couldn't help but think, it's like, man, these are the type of Latino stories we need, where it's not always about the trauma trope. It's always about, the pain of my people, in fact, this guy, the character is very much, over that, there's other things in life or other, so that was very inspiring to see, man. Have you gotten that type of reaction?
Without a doubt. It's really smart in that way, because it not only shows the perspective of looking at the plight of marginalized folks, but it just as sharply represents the other side of like, we're more than that, right? There's more to our existence than that particular thing. But what's interesting is that in, say, Issa Rae's character, who writes a novel that Jeffrey Wright's character really looks down on, it's called Weeze Lives in the Ghetto, and she's just as smart as Monk is. That's Jeffrey Wright's character, and they get into a real sophisticated honest discussion about what it is that we're doing with our art and with our voices, why, and so her side is also like quite it's quite valid, and so that's exciting also to hear. So on top of this emotional, very specific story of this guy's life at this point in time and his family and his perspective, he's the protagonist. He's like the one that we're mostly focused in on. You have all these other beautifully realized human beings and voices and perspectives, either with him or challenging him, but they're full and they're realized, and it's grounded in in a real way, so that the combination of all those things and the many different things, I think, allow stuff just to breathe easier. It's just in terms of telling the story, and folks who are watching it don't feel like they're being hit over the head, with a message. They're just really enjoying the story, and it's also the type of story that, in terms of the movie making of it, is so enjoyable that and humor has a lot to do with this, but I think it's also the honest depiction of everyday life, the simplicity of that, the richness that exists within the simplicity of it, right? Like all of those things, when you're watching it as a movie, this is like cohesive story, you can't help but not only be enjoying it and joyful in it, but also being like, oh wow, like you become enthralled by it, and by the end of the movie you're telling your friend, and what about that part, and what about that part, and what about that part, so it's also that kind of movie, where you're like, and what about that part, and what about, and that's
everything.
beautiful way of making a movie or watching one,
That's everything. I mean, it's age old, right? It's compelling storytelling.
Yeah.
And with people that you don't normally see in these types of roles.
Yeah.
We're so kind of accustomed to seeing these Hollywood stereotypes, and it's this, man, I'm telling you, man, I was just it blew my mind. And it's funny, but it's also deeply sad. And then there's hope. I was like, damn, you know?
Yeah. It's really like, it's funny because you say these things and it sounds like cliche, and it sounds like, we're just like, like mouthing off talking points, right? But it truly is all of those things happening at once, and it's so organically mixed into the art of the writing and the direction and the acting that it's not lip service. I'm not lying. It's like all of those things in this like real way that's quite infectious, and I think that's why people are responding to it, and I'm so excited that audiences are going to get to start seeing it in full force on Friday.
I totally agree with you, because I think people are just tired of being hammered in any way at any level about whatever message, whether the message is valid or not. That's what I was getting from this. Even from the trailer, I was like, this is really different. We did a reaction to the trailer a few months ago. I remember I sent you a message, and I was like, wow, this is like, this is unique. It's like, wow, Hollywood did this.
And I also love how it pokes fun at the other side of like the reaction like the reactionary liberal side, right? The PC side of responding to lack of representation. So you have, you have these folks who really aren't fully invested in figuring it all out, but it's just kind of like, okay, you don't have that one story, well then here it is. There's no diversity here, well let me just pick, a random person of color and throw them in and call that diversity. Like it does this great satirical touch with exposing how shallow that is,
Well, he goes
and how
after everyone.
effective that is, and how ridiculous it is.
It's ridiculous. I mean, Cord Jefferson, who's the writer director, correct? He adapted it from the novel. Man, I'm a fan because you don't see Hollywood making fun of itself nowadays.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
everyone's
he's
got
an
so
impressive
serious.
dude. Yeah, he's really impressive, and this is just the beginning for him. He's going to be making movies and writing all kinds of things from here on out. He's fairly young. I can't believe this is his first film, but I think there's something about his life experience that helped. He was a journalist and he wrote on some really good TV shows like Watchmen and The Good Place. And he just read this book. And the other fascinating thing is that he read this book without really knowing what it was. He found it in a review of another book that he was interested in reading. And he was like, well, what's that book about? And he read it and it was like, oh my God, this is like kind of close to my life, and there was like this real personal connection to it. And he was like, this is it. This is the next story I'm going to write. I need to write the screenplay. And he read it in 2020 during COVID. And within a year, he wrote the screenplay. And a year after that, we're shooting it.
And you're saying it took only, you only shot in 26 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you've been part of
it was amazing. Like because the budget was what it was, and because he only had the 26 days, my stuff I shot in 2 days.
What? Wow.
2 days.
Wow.
Yeah. I came in, I flew in on a Saturday. I had dinner with him that night. Monday morning, I saw Jeffrey for the first time in the makeup trailer. And we just exchanged pleasantries. We didn't talk about the script. We didn't talk the character. We had no time. And Monday, an hour later, we were in front of the cameras, just diving in.
Now, you say you've known Jeffrey for a long time. Was he excited for this?
Yeah. We, yes, he I haven't spoken to him specifically about that, but in putting the pieces together, one thing he did say was how a lot of stuff mirrors him and stuff that he was going through in his life at the time that he read the script. So kind of similar to Cord, they shared that, and folks who will see this, which he's brilliant in it. And it's, a lot of folks are saying it's his best performance of an already amazing career. Yeah. I tend to agree with it. And part of it is because this might be like the closest to him as a person that he's been with acting out a character, with depicting a character. So like, I don't know if I would say he was excited because,
maybe excited is not the word. Like he just seems very invested. Like you could the vibe, such a great role.
Yeah. We usually share how, we tend to do things that scare the crap out of us, and I think I would substitute that for excitement. And once he knew that, because it was so close and it was like such a powerful story, and it was like he really had to go there. Yeah, it was unlike any other, and it was probably impossible for him to say no.
Well, and it shows the movie got nominated for Golden Globe, Best Film, Best Actor. I mean, we're of course we highly recommend it. You guys can catch our movie review of this. Got a couple of comments, and then we'll let you go. Is that cool, John?
Yeah, it's cool. And also it got the a pretty prestigious AFI top 10
That's right.
Films of the year, which I love how they do it. There's no competition. They just award the top 10. And historically, you look at the list of those movies over time, it's quite an impressive list to be on.
I'm looking it up now. Wow, you're absolutely right. This is a great list. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Maestro, Killers of the Flower Moon, the Spider-Man movie, which I loved. Fantastic.
Do they have Past Lives on there?
Past Lives, which I still haven't seen. And
you haven't seen it? It's really good. I love that film.
It's on it's streaming now because it's been out for a while, and I'm trying to catch up on some of those films. I'm like behind. I'm watching Godzilla too many times. That's a badass movie, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
I love them all. Okay, so we got some comments. This movie looks great. Gotta see it. It's open this weekend, guys.
Yeah, Friday in LA.
Okay. Hates Me in HD. I must say I will go out and watch this on Friday. I've been following your career since I first saw you in Carlitos Way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Reach out to me when you see it. I'm pretty good on Instagram.
Yeah, he is. Lord Thoth. Now, John, as always, is a great interview. Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, well, John's been great with the channel, and I appreciate the keeping in contact with us and being open with that. And John is like our adopted brother because of Romy. So we love supporting our people.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the show. Like the times that I've been on here, it's fun, and it's not just because I'm listening to myself talk. I I really have a good time,
Well,
it's really cool.
Yeah, we're the channel's growing, and we're happy to spotlight and to talk and have conversations. I was interviewing the director Carlos Avila. I don't know if you are familiar with him. He did Price of Glory, Jimmy Smith's about 25 years ago. And he's got a new short film out. It's really good.
Oh, cool.
And he called the Latino Slant the provocative outlet that we need. I'm like, yes. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Okay, so let me see. There was a question for you. Where is it at? It was pretty good. It was there, Fletcher. What did you do? Fletcher, come and say hello to John Ortiz really quickly. This is our producer, Fletcher Williams.
Hello, Mr. Ortiz. Pleasure to have you on the channel. It's a great honor. You were great in everything that you're in, basically. I just had a question. You come from theater, correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What would you say is like the role that you want to, if you can have any role, what would it be?
Oh, wow. Well, it's funny. I've been mentioning this recently because I did so much theater in my 20s and 30s. Like, really, I did it. That I felt that I did it all. And it might have been all done and out of my system. And I realized that in my early 50s now, I'm getting that itch again. Because not not because I haven't done it in so long, but only because I'm now in another age category. And so the characters that I could play now on stage are much different than the ones that I did over and over again, it seemed like, emotionally speaking, right? So I'm open. I'm open to any kind of great part in the theater. I love original plays,
Mhm.
so it's quite possibly something that I don't know is out there yet, and it's in the mind of some great writer. I'm thinking of one writer in particular. I won't say his name, but I will as soon as it becomes official. But it's pretty. There are rumors that I might be returning to the New York stage
Oh wow,
sometime
awesome.
over the next 16 months or so. So
Woo, back
Ooh,
home,
um,
baby.
exclusive.
so I promise you that as soon as that becomes official, if you want to talk a little theater, I'm all yours, and I'll share the good news then. But something like that, which is like written by a great meaty drama that's got a couple of kick-ass speeches, where I can occasionally sit down because I'm in my 50s, um, sharing the stage with vivacious, brave, kick-ass artists, and directed by many. There are so many directors. I'm thinking of at least 5 right now that are true visionaries that will challenge me, um, but that thing of there are no small roles is true, especially when it comes to the theater. I have to say really quickly, like, I back up that statement by
Mm.
saying when Phil Hoffman was in LA, that's when I met him, and we had done a play for 6 months in 1994. It was a world tour, and he was already working in movies. Well, the last city that we were in, closing night, we went for a walk and we were recounting how amazing this past 6 months had been and how much he realized he missed doing theater. And because of that, he's thinking of moving back to New York. And I told him I got this little theater group in New York. So if you
Mm.
do make the move, give me a call. And
Mhm.
he did. A month later, he called me and from JFK. And the thing is that he moved to New York and he just started doing all kinds of theater. And it wasn't until that time period that his film career actually happened to really blow up.
Oh wow.
So you just never know, and also the stuff that he was most proud of, he was like playing what a lot of people would consider really small parts on stage, you
Oh
know.
wow.
Yeah, like there's one part in particular that he was so proud of doing. He called me to check out the play, and
Mhm.
I swear he was in the back of the stage for the entirety of the show, behind a screen, dressed all in
Mm.
black, doing postmodern dance moves with 6 other people. And that's
That's
all he
crazy.
did. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just for the art. In that vein, here at the
Mm.
Latino slant, I mean, we love highlighting new up and coming artists as well as people who have been doing it for a while. What would be, as a seasoned, a critically acclaimed actor, if we could say, what would be your advice to people, young, wants to get into the business, or even maybe old that wants to get into the business, new artists who want to break in? What would be your advice to them?
Um I mean, there's so much, you know, uh, like all of the cliches are true. I actually read them, like stay true to yourself, work hard, the one thing that helped me a lot when I started was I was really connected to my mission,
Mm,
like, and made it really deep. And that mission essentially was that I'm committed to doing this for the rest of my life. And I only want, in terms of money, enough to pay my bills while doing it. And that was the only criteria, right? In terms of external stuff. And that helped me a great deal because it wasn't about being famous. It wasn't about being rich. It really truly was about the work and improving myself with every at bat I got, and being open to learning it and knowing and believing that I'm not alone, that I'm not on some crusade and it's not just about me, but to really embrace the collaborative nature of creating and living. And it was because of that I think I was able to succeed. I think the minute we start thinking of only ourselves, like that's when we get into trouble. So there was something about that helped a lot. So if anyone hears that and can make sense of it, and if it helps you, I hope it does, but it helped me a great deal.
That's great advice.
Great
That's great
advice.
advice. Yeah.
In regards to your film, do you know it'll be out for a few weeks in the major cities?
Yeah. There's some, I know it's LA, New York, and some other ones on Friday. And then on the 22nd, like Chicago, Miami, I think, Nashville, Austin. And I think on the 22nd, the following Friday, it opens wider.
Okay.
And
Great.
then in early January, it's going to be all over the place.
Oh, great. There you go,
Oh, wow,
Boosh.
cool.
More mega. Mr. Ortiz is one of the best actors out there. Hi.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, more mega.
More mega.
More mega. It takes everyone, huh? Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We're getting some wonderful insight, and it never gets old, because listening to you and listening to Romy, you guys are like the real thespians, and it's like, wow, you're taking me back as far as that mission. You guys are on a mission. It's a calling, right?
Yeah.
This is not something like, oh yeah, it's a career.
Yeah.
It's a fucking calling, man.
Yeah.
Because people are just like so ready easily to count actors off now, as always, as not a serious profession. Well, you're just staying lines, you're just standing there.
Right. Yeah. And and that's part of it, but you gotta show up and you gotta know your lines, and that's definitely part of it, but that's one thing, and then there's like the times that we go in between jobs, and what do you do then? Do you only wait? Do you only, sweat until the phone rings? Do you play victim, and do you just like say, what could have been, what should have been? Like, what are we doing,
Right.
with our time? And there's always something to do, and I believe that if that time is used properly and is used to our benefit, then when we're actually working and we're saying those lines, then there's something else that enters our being, that enters our soul,
Right.
and that stuff is, we just become more interesting.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so sorry. I got distracted. My queen walked in and gave me some water, man. I was dying for some water. She says hello, brother.
Hey, Romy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, man. This is such a great film, and it's great to see Latinos, that are just doing these. Just, I mean, I don't think it's a Latino role. Just you're a lit agent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And it's just not hit. I mean, I have a beautiful little line about Puerto Rico in it at the end, and I think the last time you see the character, and it's like a throwaway line, and in fact, it's a line that the audiences that I've seen it with don't hear it, because the preceding line is a laugh line, and the laughter was so loud that you can't hear that line.
I didn't hear
that
it
says,
either. Is this
"My
when you're in the
parents are from
elevator?
Puerto Rico."
Is this when you're
So,
getting on the elevator?
huh?
When is that? I
Oh
didn't hear the
no,
line.
it's in the bathroom. It's actually when I tell them that it's sold, that the Hollywood writes the offer of it. So it's not the last scene. It's the next to last scene. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But the laugh line is something about he, as soon as he said that you were the real deal, as soon as you heard the sirens, you booked out of there.
Yeah, that was so funny, right? That was a great, because you're right. I missed that line then. If you say that line about Puerto Rico, then
I
didn't
actually
hear
missed it too. And Jen asked me, my wife asked me, I missed that line when you said, like, what was it? She's like, I think I missed it too. And like, it was such a good line, but I forgot what it was. But that's to your point. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that he's Puerto Rican. It's like, the character. He could be anyone. And first and foremost, he's his loyal and supportive literary agent, and he's a regular guy. He's got a sense of humor. He has real life problems like anyone else, and he's just going about his day, and he happens to be a professional, he happens to read books, he happens to be smart, and so, as regular and as everyday that may seem to a lot of people in this country, to me anyway, it was refreshing to play that role. I was like, damn, thank God.
Yeah,
like,
thank God, man.
I could just be, I could, like, I don't have to explain stuff. I don't have to go through any kind of extreme trauma of, like, that's so exaggerated, and it's so part of this other thing that is abstract, and a lot of my challenges when playing those types of roles is like, how can I make this guy specific? Like, what's going on here? Like, and I'm drilling the writers, I'm drilling the directors. I'm like, let's zone in, let's focus, let's specify who this person is. He just can't be a representative of this larger thing, so yeah, I was just thrilled, and I'm just so proud of the movie, the film itself, and to be a part of it is like, I often would watch movies and be like, oh man, I want to be in that kind of movie, I want to be in that kind of movie, and a lot of those movies weren't like what one would think, they weren't superhero movies, they weren't, westerns, they were just like movies about people. And that's why I love documentaries, I love documentaries. I love just like watching everyday life, and the complexities that everyday simple things bring, and as an actor, that's what really excites me, is like how to make that live and breathe in a natural state.
Well, John, it's been a pleasure, man. You busy? You hitting a lot of press?
Yeah. I've hit a few today, but they've all been great, and it's such a breeze when you're talking about something you're really proud of, and you love, so oddly enough, hasn't felt like work at all. It's been really enjoyable, including my time with you, as always.
I want to see you do a comedy horror film.
Ah, I would love that.
I think that would be. What do you say, guys, in the
Comedy
chat?
horror. That's great.
Comedy,
Like
or
kind of like Get Out.
I would say, sure, but definitely.
Like Beetlejuice or something.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Well, that's a
Well,
lot different than Get Out. I
well,
mean,
what's an example of
like
like
comedy,
comedy?
it's got to be. It can. I don't want it to be too heady. Like let's have some fun, and let's
Right.
Like
maybe like
Haunted Mansion.
no, that's too Disney. I'm talking like Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Ah,
okay. Like
I
campy.
didn't see that. Is it good?
It's in the first half hour for me was pretty good. I think it got a little basic toward
Yeah.
but like I'd like to see that from you because you were saying like to your son like I got to I got to show my son that I was funny, that I can do
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. That I got some comic chops.
You got some comic chops, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't that be funny? Like a funny horror film. That's smart. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna do a little research and get back to you and maybe bounce a couple of things off you.
There you go.
All right.
You see, guys, we make it happen here at the Latino Slam. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Scary Movie or Evil Dead 2. See, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna check those out. Well, thanks so much, guys.
Okay, brother.
All right.
God
Take it
bless.
easy.
We'll see
Really
you soon.
appreciate you.
American Fiction, John Ortiz. Cuídate, all right?
All right. Gracias. Igual. I don't know how to get out of here.
We'll take you out. Peace.
Okay.
But not really take you out.
Dude. That was badass. That was great, man. That was great.
That was cool.
Let's close the poll. We'll close the
the
poll.
poll.
What are your thoughts in the chat as we wrap it up here? Let's wrap it up. Oh, wait, is it closed?
No,
we end
still
it?
going. Is it?
To end
We
poll
got
there.
38 votes so far.
Ah, man, that was awesome, Lord Thoth. Great talk. Great talk. Great talk.
Super.
Yeah, man. Jaime is here. He's a member of the channel.
Yeah, no, it's heard he finished wrapping up on his first episode, I think.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Got a lot of members here. You guys make this channel pop. Make this channel happen. Don't leave just yet. We're gonna got some membership announcements. Glad everyone enjoyed it. We had not only John but also Chelsea Rendon. What are your hey, what's up, Cyfax? I was hanging out with Cyfax last night at the award this. I can't talk about award this. I was scolded this morning.
Not yet.
Not yet. Take the video down. Take it down. I had to take the video down. I'm happy to do it because they should be announced first and foremost on the Film Threat channel. So award this. We'll have a video up, but the award this, the full stream will be on Film Threat tonight. Good to see you, Cyfax. Dude, what'd you think, Fletcher? What are your thoughts?
No, he just seems like a great guy. I mean, just in love with the craft, and it's glad to see that somebody that really loves the craft. So it's not just in it for the fanfare, for the riches and glory, but for the for the art of it. And you can really see that coming through in the interview. He's really passionate about his work and really passionate about this product. And we're really happy that a lot of people want to go check it out and tell your friends. If you want more content, that's great. I mean, we always complain about bad content, but when we see good content, go check it out. Go tell your friends. Go do something because that's how we get more good content.
Well, I think our members know, our subscribers know that when I really get behind something, they usually agree with me. Like they'll go and see it. They'll give it a shot, right? And everything from Tax Collector to other films in the past, indie films, American Homeboy, Flaming Hot, Million Miles Away, and now American Fiction. We're getting behind, as well as all the big films that we, have fun. And, with the big films, that's how we bring in more people, right? You know, go review Godzilla. I'm gonna go
Right.
review Wonka this week. I mean, that's what all the other fucking channels do. Cool.
Yeah.
But this is what makes the Latino Slant special. This is where we shine, where we bring on these incredible, talented people, and we get to highlight some different films that we're going to do. You know what's getting a lot of play right now. And yes, Lord Thoth, John is warm, fun, and intelligent, and awesome. Yeah, he was fantastic, and so was Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea was hilarious.
Chelsea
It's
was
funny because
hilarious.
you can tell that she shouldn't be talking. You know, she's sick, she's hoarse, but then she goes as it progresses, she gets louder and louder, and it's like, you are hurting your throat.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, I'm gonna tell my point. I love
Yeah.
it. She's such a dynamo, you know.
I'm telling you, man. Look who's here. I'm a fan of Mr. Brown Alliance. Mr. Brown, ¿cómo está? Hail
Well,
all.
Mr.
Hail.
Brown,
Hail.
meet the Browns. We're brown
And
too.
yeah, we got the Christmas hat here.
Christmas hat is coming on. Here we go.
Put it back on.
Here we go. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Cue Feliz Navidad.
Satanic Hispanics, flaming hot. You're absolutely right. I am putting on, the list is up. We did a video. 6 movies you should stream during the holidays, and people are starting to really share it. These aren't films that you are going to know, and that's the whole point. That be right. Why am I going to say, hey, stream fucking you know, I don't know what's the big stream? Stream Barbie.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Everybody.
Stream American Homeboy. Stream
Right.
Millennium Bugs. Stream A Million Miles Away. Different genre movies. I finally got to see Cassandro. I saw the film, and then I saw
you saw it?
and then I saw the documentary. So I'm gonna do a dual review of it and let you know about, but that's where we get to shine. Yes, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Nice.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos? Todo bien aquí. Muy
Nice.
bien. Steve M's here. I'm still at work here on the West Coast. I got a split, but I wanted to drop a like first. Hey, we like that. We love that.
Like. You
Drop
can
a
always
like.
drop a
Okay.
like. Don't drop the tamale.
No, or the taco. Do not drop tacos.
Yeah.
Do not listen to Brie Larson when it comes to tacos. Yeah.
She says something about tacos?
Yeah.
I can't.
Remember that commercial she did? Was it Toyota? Where she's driving and she pulls up really fast to this girl and she's eating a taco.
Oh,
she says,
Nissan.
She says, drop the taco, get inside.
Drop the taco,
Like,
get
my
inside.
God.
Never drop the taco.
Never
Yeah.
drop the pinche taco.
Don't
Okay,
drop the-
we got a party next week, guys, and we're gonna have friends over, all that good stuff. Here's the announcement: 4th annual Christmas party. Look at here. Let's make myself big. I got gifts I'm gonna give away to you guys, members and subscribers. We got Film Threat cup. Look at that. It's a beautiful cup.
Oh, that's a
It's
nice
huge.
mug.
It's a nice mug. Stickers.
Stickers.
Badass Latino
Who
stickers.
doesn't love stickers?
And then I got of course, I'm gonna give away our book that I wrote
Ooh,
with a bookmarker.
Nice.
We
Nice,
have
nice.
I think we have like 3 or 4 that we can give away
cool.
out of everything, because we did the order. We're in production now with our book.
Ooh.
Then Christopher Moonlight. You see him on
Wow.
Pop Culture Minefield a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, we
cool.
can't say what happened at award this last night in regards to this film, but it's good news.
Ooh.
The Quantum Terror we're giving away as well, all at the party.
Cool.
All at the party.
Right.
There you go. Next Monday night.
Yes.
Next Monday night. Yeah, drop the taco, get in the car. Ugh.
6 p.m. Live music.
Yeah. Mug. Unpopular opinion. I think Brie is waiting for a redemption arc. I think she's just an awkward person who got swept up inside the machine.
Could be. Could be.
Well, listen, most actors are very awkward socially,
Yeah.
but that's one thing read by nature. Another thing is that, she was going after white men in her speeches and all that stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
That's it's
Yeah.
one thing to get sweat. I would say if you're learning, maybe she is learning.
Mm,
I hope so. I hope so. That's the same thing with Ziegler, because I will say, and I've never stopped saying this, I believe they're both very talented in what they do.
mhm.
It's just like, you have that fog of like all the mamadas that they do. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's
She
like
was
a
going
Tom.
after all men. Okay, well, there you go. I mean,
There you go. Yeah.
you
So
know,
that's getting rid of 50% of your audience.
yeah. So yeah, learn faster.
Yeah. Or learn to code.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Learn faster. Okay, what else? What am I missing?
Well, don't forget you're gonna go see a movie this week, I think.
Wonka.
Wonka.
I'm hearing good things.
Yeah, everybody's been saying that it's not bad. It's got some good things in it and some good performances. So
But I
that's
want you
gonna be
guys to
cool.
go see. They love that. It's a great, Steven, let me tell you about deleted scenes in his channel. The boy's got the worst connectivity, Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is,
Well, it's
but
getting
that
better.
boy, you know
Yes.
what? Just let me finish, man. I was coming up with a compliment
Oh, okay.
as my dogs freak out. The boy has the connectivity of a public school room. I don't know what I'm saying, but that boy is funny. Deleted scenes has got that sharp humor. Good on you. Okay. Wonka Thursday.
Cool.
There you go. On Ziegler, she's making the right sounds now and can appreciate the course correction, but at the same time, I've already seen what she really thinks.
Yeah. It's hard.
Listen, I respect that, man. I respect that. We were gonna do a video on the reaction to that Ziegler and her talking to the Little Mermaid. And and I saw all you guys, all our buddies doing the reactions and all that stuff. I'm just like, I watched the whole thing. I listened to the whole thing.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't have a problem with the majority of what they were saying as two actors talking to each other, which I always think is a very kind of like, if you aren't fans of theirs
Yeah.
and if you're not an actor, those conversations are really, really schmactery. Like they're for like this is the audience that so it's a little, it can be very self-indulgent. Hello, oh my God, we only got. When I first saw you, I saw you at the Met. This is like the first part of it.
Right.
And oh my God, we were only given one ticket each.
Oh,
Because at the Met, they don't do +1. And I'm like,
humanity.
these little. But yeah, listen, I didn't take it seriously, man. I'm like, they're young starlets that are gonna learn some stuff. The only part that I found interesting, so to me, it was like a lot of it. Fletcher was forgettable
Okay.
because in my dealings with actors, and and even with living with one, we run across those types all the time. Those types of people.
Right.
I mean, they're kind of living their own movie in reality. We're just like,
Yeah.
now. That being said, there was one interesting moment where the two talked about their anxiety and that they
Mm.
only feel, you know, they only feel normal, or they feel sane and when they're singing, when they're performing. I get it. That was a real moment. That was a
Mhm.
real moment. Like that's you talk to a lot of actors like that. That's 100%. So that was a little insight. Most of it was pretty forgettable. But I was like, oh, okay. I mean, because these are singers. These kids are, they're young, very young adults that they've been singing since they were kids. That's all they've known.
Right.
So that makes sense. I would say that they really need to take a lesson from how other young actors like them that are in that range, how they operate and maneuver with press, with social media.
Right.
Because I think at one point they were saying like, the hate, like ignore the hate. It's like, well, you know what you're doing when you're fanning the flames with
Yeah.
some of the posts.
Yeah.
And your generation is so connected to social media. You know
Right.
what you're doing. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And you didn't do it just once,
Right.
twice, 3 times a Ziegler. I love you.
Yes, you
You did
do.
it. You did it many times. And listen, Rachel, I do think you're very talented, but listen, dog, you keep fucking up like that. It makes it hard for someone to back you up,
Right.
because you're just never gonna win when you're attacking fans like that.
Right.
You
It just
know,
feels like they
so
have. It just feels like they have to sit down with somebody like Romy, with Chelsea, with Mr. Ortiz, that's out like the OGs, that been there, and you got to say, okay, yeah,
mhm.
this is how you handle X. It's like you don't make it about yourself, make it about the craft, and
And
then
yeah. So I think for the most part, with how Rachel was doing with her Hunger Games press, she got it. I think in this variety thing, and listen, I find most of what those, like I said, actors talking with actors, I don't even watch them. I don't watch
Mm,
them unless it's like Denzel, or
right,
it's Michael Mann talking to Christopher Nolan, like
right,
that, like Tarantino. Um, but for the most part, man, celebrities like that it's pretty grating to listen to. It's not like
mm,
talking and listening to John Ortiz.
right,
I mean,
yeah,
or Romy or Manny Perez, or most of these actors that we've had that have come on.
right,
Um, but also too, I think it's with variety. They spoon feed them the you kind of like the woke talking points, and you're just like, well, what else do you expect that they're gonna say?
right,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So that's my take on that variety, actors on actors. I think that whole thing is a freaking, it's kind of infuriating
wow,
for the most part. But yeah, that's what I got from, because I did listen to the whole thing. I was on a long drive somewhere. I don't remember. It's like, oh, it's 40 minutes. Okay, let me listen to it.
oh my gosh,
Yeah. But like I said, most of it's forgettable. I
right,
did find what they're talking about with their anxiety. That is real. You do escape when you're performing, when you're singing. Cool. Cool.
right,
You know, that's where you're human. Be human. Don't talk about the theater like this. Like, I saw you at the Met. You looked fabulous. You looked fabulous. I saw I saw you at the Met and you look fabulous. You know, l- l- listen to John talk about the theater, and you're just like, yeah. But you listen to these bozos talking about going to the Met and only having one ticket. It's like, yo,
right,
you're living a fantasy,
right,
right? So, know that your fans love that, And thank them. This is like, hey, I'm having a great life. I'm having this, I'm having that. You look ravishing. You look ravishing. You look, what
Wow.
was it? What was it? You look marvelous. Yes, marvelous. There you go. There you look marvelous. Absolutely demashing. So I will say that I think that the coverage that some of these channels did on America Ferrera was short-sighted. And because I know America speaks from the heart like John does. And as someone who is an actual pioneer, she's the actual only Latina woman ever to win a freaking Emmy. Ever. She's coming from a very intellectual, well-lived point of view, to where she's saying it's like, yeah, man, I was the only one. It's like, and if you paid attention to the interviews and watched them, the first thing she says is how lucky she is. That's the first thing she says, of what a great career I've had. However, here's what I see. And you know what? That's how we live, in those howevers. It could be great, but there's also this. So, I was watching some of our friends and their take on America, and I think they're completely misguided. I did not agree with them at all, Fletcher. But that's just me. That's just
Right.
me.
Yeah.
I have followed America's career. She's a pioneer, and she's absolutely right in a lot of the things that I had no problem with anything she said. Anything that she was quoted on, she was on fucking point. And I think there's something in the Discord where if you smell something that's a little woke, oh, that's woke. Well, that's woke, man. No. And there's nothing there to where you can be like, oh, okay, well, where's this person coming from?
Right.
What is this person saying? What is it in relation to?
Right. They're not listening to the whole interview.
Because America won Best Actress for Ugly Betty, what, 20 years ago? Or, what, over 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The only Latina to ever fucking win that award? That's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. And she's got full agency to point it out, man. To point it out. However, I had problems with Barbie. That's separate. It's a great role for her. And America has always, God bless America. She has always been like this since Real Women Have Curves. It's another movie I highly recommend. Real Women Have Curves. It's like over 20 years now. It's been out. That's what broke her. Right? And in the film, America is a much younger, chubbier version of herself. That was the role. That was the whole point of the role. It's a beautiful story of womanhood, of her mother. Come on, what are we talking about? You don't see these women, and when I say these women, we'll say chubby Latinas. Okay, you get offended. I don't care. You don't see them depicted in film where if they don't have an apron on or a cleaning supplies, then you can't. Just like what John said, you can't be that role. And that's what America was pointing out. It's like, yeah, you see us here, you see us there, and how we're depicted, but unless we're the sex pot, the spicy mamita, or unless we're the criminal, you don't see us in these roles of fucking dignity. And I totally agree with her, Fletcher.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, you can see that she was coming from a place of realness and what she was feeling at the time. And I think probably nobody really watched the whole interview.
I mean,
Soundbite.
and I told our friends, look, you're real wrong. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong. I've been wrong. I said it on the panel at LA Comic Con. I said it on the panel. We're talking about franchises, right? It was a great panel, guys. If you guys can get to watch, so the videos are in here on our channel. I said one of the problems is that our directors aren't who they are anymore, and the real ones run away from the franchises because they can't be who they are. I think Robert Rodriguez could not be who he was with Boba Fett. He was a shell of who he was. And I was wrong. I said Rodriguez was going to save Star Wars. I said that. I was on the top of the hill, Mountain Hill. My members know. You guys remember that. And then what happened? I ate my hat. And I think there is a lack of a real, like, what's the word I look at when you can kind of like realize the argument, realize where you're wrong, and
like retrospect or like
perspective.
Yeah,
There's a lack of perspective I find sometimes with our friends in these channels because it's about the clicks.
It's
about the clicks.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's a business.
That's it. It's about the clicks. Listen, let me tell you right now to the members of the channel, subscribers, our friends, I could easily go down that route. I could burn it down with every video. Right? And we would be at 10, 20,000, whatever, thousands and thousands, because that's what our friends do. Most of the time I agree with them. Sometimes I don't. That's got nothing to do with if they're a friend of mine. It's totally separate. Right? I'm just loyal. You're my friend. I don't agree with my parents all the time. I don't agree with Romy all the time. I know she doesn't agree with me all the
time. Let's simmer down.
2020 hindsight. Thank you.
Yeah. Chancla coming from the
chancla coming. So yeah, listen, I'm just saying that, man. It's got to go both ways. It's like, yeah, there's a Zieglers of the world, and it's you can tee it up, and it's on that tee, and boom, you hit the home run. But when you see something that's a little more intellectual, a little more thought to it, like what America was saying, I loved her, man. I love what she said, man. I absolutely love what she said, and people have a problem, like they can't discern, like when a creative who's in the business, John, America, Chelsea, people that roaming, when they're in the fucking business, when they're talking about how they are misrepresented, that it still happens. I want you to understand something, guys. It still fucking happens. And yeah, it's been a great year. It's been fantastic lately for a lot of Latino talent. You guys know me, man. I will cheerlead you on. But if I don't like something, I will point it out. Or it's like, wasn't that as good? Or I always look to Namor.
Natural more.
Okay. So, that's it, man. And it's not a big fucking deal, dude. It's not a big deal. Because, I think there was like a talk of like, let's do a debate. It's like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I changed my mind. I don't want to debate. Peace, you do your thing and we'll do our thing. If there's something that's pressing, then, we'll talk about it. But, I don't want to get into going after. Hello. I don't want to get into I don't want to get into going after other channels. That's not my thing. That's bullshit. A lot of people wanted me to do that with Nerdrotic and Friday Night Tights. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. That pisses me off. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because what happens, and I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everyone, not just you, Fletcher, but you know, like there was a comment or someone said, don't do this, Polly, like because we were on the panel with Gary. Gary's a bigot. It goes both ways, guys. You can't be an ignoramus both ways, man. It just it shows. It shows. The life is too short. Everything that we're going through as human beings is too short. It's too important for us. We have to get along. We have to back each other up. Everything else is bullshit, especially during this time, right? So, I can't tell you what a fantastic time I had with Gary and his wife when they came over to my house and we all hung out. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to. I didn't agree with how they. We went over this with the tacos and the fucking Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
But that was it. That's it. On to the next. Right, and we even joked about it. We even when we got together, like we went to go eat. They're like, "Hey, let's take a picture of us eating tacos.
Eating tacos.
Let's take a picture of us eating tacos." Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's dialogue, actual dialogue.
It goes both sides. And when I say both sides, I'm gonna say, well, friends to the hard left and friends to the hard right. You guys got the same fucking problem, and you guys got this blinder. And it's really, really what it does, it arrests you. You are arrested in your own state of being. And when you're there and you talk about that gut feeling, you think it's all about that you can't see anything else. You can't hear anything else. And let me tell you, there's nothing more limiting to a human being than cutting themselves off from other people. Right? And it's on both sides, guys. Right? And it really shows you what you believe in, your principles, your values, right? Man, I gotta tell you, man, and I didn't used to be like this. I did not used to be like I was always a nice guy, but I did not used to always be thinking of others every day in everything I do. Right? It's a practice. This is not something that I'm like fucking like bullshitting you guys about. I'm gonna wrap it up here. It is a daily practice, and hear people out. That's all I gotta say. Hear people out. Hear everyone out. That's why it's like I listen to everybody. The more I listen to, the more I read. It's never happened to me. I've never watched a movie, read a book, had a discussion, listened to a podcast where it changed my values like overnight.
Right.
I was never scared of that. Do you understand?
Right. Like be tainted by whatever you hear or something like that.
Right. Like so many people were like Sound of Freedom.
Right.
Because it's going to come up again. It's like on my top 10 list. People won't see that film. Oh, it's QAnon, man. The I don't know what with those producers and what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you? Listen to yourself. Listen, can you listen to yourself? We're talking about a movie, first of all. We're talking about a movie, first of all, right? Dogs just went after each other in the background. And how can you talk about something or have an educated opinion? We used to have educated opinions. An educated opinion meant you actually read up on something. You got 2 or 3 backing articles to also either support or not support that point of view. Then you came up with your own educated opinion. We don't do that anymore.
Right. Or have somebody that disagrees with you.
or have someone that disagrees with you. Daily affirmations, Latino slant. I like that. Good on you, Paul. Good on you, Rosa. Good on you. No one is a warrior like Rosa is. Beautiful lady, great lady. Walks a walk. Walk the walk. Mrs. Neurotic is very cool. Mrs. Neurotic is class. It's a class act. She's a class act, man.
She's cool.
Yeah. She did something very nice for us this week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. You know, you gotta keep some shit to yourself too, you know?
Yeah, of
Gotta
course.
keep, you know. But yeah, I totally back that up. Do your homework, Vato. Do your homework, Vato. Do your homework. How can you I'm sorry, man. I got really upset with how they went after America. I got really upset. But anyways, she's cool. What's up, Nick? She's cool. What's up? Educated opinions are racist now. Oh, come on. The Equalizer just mentioned the crux of the problem. Nobody reads anymore. All opinions, or most, come from hearsay, or what they say on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, one or whatever, wherever.
10-second clips. 10-second clips.
Yeah. Well, we keep doing what we're doing, guys. Keep doing what we're doing. Also, I'll DM you later. I'd like to donate a few gift cards to you to give out to on your Xmas stream.
New prices.
Check this out. Of course, Rosa. Check this out. We are gonna have in between Christmas and New Year's a live stream with Rosa, Robert Meyer Burnett, and Struggle Reviews. Top 10 best films of the year. We're gonna count down our list. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, that is gonna be a lot of fun. Everyone is confirmed, and we're just working out the time and all that stuff. Top 10. It's gonna be fun, Lord. You know, and look at Lord Thoth, man. It's a sweetheart.
What?
Right? Hey, I'm gonna take you off my stream and say, you know, that guy's got a wealth of knowledge that I do not have. And we have disagreed on things. But let me tell you, this man supports Latino slant like I don't know what. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. Love R&B. I love R&B. We just disagreed on a movie yesterday. Excuse me. That happens. It happens. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, my man. Okay, if you're not a member of the channel, consider becoming a member of the channel. Membership perks like these live streams. All these live streams go to membership levels after a week, and only you guys are able to enjoy them. Once a month, we have either an event, movie night, or a membership stream. Also, two discounts. The first access to certain events and projects that we're doing. Consider becoming a member now. We need your help, like any other channel does that's growing. And what else, brother? What else? Because it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Mr.
don't
Fletcher, what
forget
else do we
we have this week to double check that you are going to Wonka, and also make sure that you are subscribed. I hear a lot of people have been getting like unsubscribed from channels, so please
Really?
just check it. Yeah, YouTube's been doing some weird things. They just changed a few algorithms and stuff like that. I was just reading about it. So make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I know everybody says it is annoying, but if you do hit the notification bell, then you are able to see when Pauly, comes up with a new video. Also, when he's going live after watching the movie and stuff like that. So that's the best way that you can make sure that you're up to date with the newest videos, since puts out 2 a day, man.
So, thank you for that reminder so much, guys. And we are moving along, getting a nice response ever since we did the Comic-Con. Been getting a lot of nice people come, a lot of new people. ¿Qué más? So I just got unsubscribed today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, just double check.
Wow, that's
Just
weird.
double check. Yeah. It's weird.
Wow, that's weird, man.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
¿Qué más? Okay, yeah. Thursday will be Wonka. Next week will be the Christmas party. It's actually a very busy time for us because we have the Christmas party. We have the books coming here. We're gonna do a live stream where I'm signing all the books and making sure everyone gets all that. Then we have the best of. Then in early January, we're gonna have the second annual Latino Awards, and we're just gonna keep growing, guys. Keep moving ahead. Weird.
It's weird.
Can't help it. Well, I think we're just gonna do a cold end.
Cold out.
2.5 hours.
2
Nonstop
hours.
entertainment.
Two.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say.
What?
Award this full show tonight, and then our video will go up early in the AM.
Okay, cool.
Early in the then we can announce stuff.
Cool. See, more reason to hit the notification bell.
Willy Juanca.
I like
that.
Yeah. And
I like
it's chocolate con leche.
Okay, everyone. I think we're out. It's been fantastic. We're gonna clip some stuff, so look out for that. And we'll catch you soon. Yeah.
All right.
Adios, everyone. Bye.
Ciao.